One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. We are back. What's a podcast? Patreon episode number 2.
And episode 240 for the regular Joe.
240 for the regular. Yeah, this isn't a Patreon exclusive per se, but it is a Patreon. We're making moves at Patreon now. We've had some good support. We appreciate everybody who supported. Whatever tier you chose, you can afford. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know it's pretty much impossible to hear the full episode
Sam,
if you don't subscribe.
I apologize for interrupting you, but I just looked at we're 21 members.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're growing.
Picking up some traction.
I mean, 21 people paying.
How about this? We had a guy who left a comment on the YouTube on the 10-minute preview of last episode who says he got a torrent of the full podcast.
Somebody leaked it?
He just was proud to leave it. He was like, "Yo, I got a torrent of the full episode." And
That's dope.
We've
who's bootlegging though? Come on,
who
fam.
cares? We've hit a level of
we're just cracking off and they're already bootlegging us.
I loved it. You gotta love to see it.
And somebody sent it to him. That's crazy.
I mean,
whatever.
Listen, just let us know who you are though, so we can shout you out.
I think we need to upload last week's. I think we need to upload last week's full video episode to the Patreon. So we'll be doing that as soon as you hear this. We gotta make sure the video and the audio episodes are updated at the same time, because some people like to watch and some people like to listen. So we need to make sure
I'm more for audio experience kind of dude, but I do know that a lot of people fuck with it.
Yeah,
I do both, man. If I'm at home, I watch podcasts, but if I'm in the whip, obviously.
What do? You just stare at the screen of them talking, or you just let it play in the background?
I just let it play in the background.
But
what's the background? What's the background on your TV?
Yeah, but sometimes you watch it like a normal TV. Like you'll watch Math Hoffa.
Yeah,
they don't even put theirs.
I've never watched any of that. I didn't even know they were really on YouTube. Like,
they're all on YouTube.
I don't think Math Hoffa. I don't even think Math Hoffa is on audio.
No, he is.
Is he?
That's why I listen to it. Yeah.
I've only seen it, and so I watch it like it's a regular TV show. You know what I mean? So, but nevertheless, shout out to my man. Always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What's up, yo?
And Don't Charge Abdul.
What's up? What's up?
What's the podcast? Again, episode 2, patreon.com/what's the podcast.
21 members in. Holla at us.
If we're at 21 members, we got to be at 100 next week. So again, you can join for free. I think we have to stress that on social media that you can join for free, and it is no cost to you.
Is it like a 30-day free trial period?
I'm not sure. We don't control the free time. What we control is what we offer to the free members.
But we can see who subscribes for free and who does not.
Yeah. What I'm just saying is that we can also just like say, hey, we can chop up the content to where the paying members get the most and free gets the basic.
Can we review that one quick time while we're talking about what the free members get and what the paying members get?
Honestly, we haven't.
Okay.
We haven't really broken it up yet.
Got it.
Tom and I think it only worked together this past Tuesday or Monday. So when we're able to, I'm going by tomorrow. So when I go to the shop tomorrow, then I got to give them some shoes, and then we will break down everything and update everything as well.
And we are still going to add the tier where you'll end up having access
100%.
to a pair of sneakers
100%.
if you join that tier.
I even think what we'll do, because of what you said previous to us actually airing, we can set up that tier, and that tier will get you an invite to that event that you're.
Let's talk about it right now.
You're emceeing or participating. So hold on real quick before we go into that. Again, we do want to just thank everybody who has listened, shared. I've been looking at the numbers. We've been getting some really good numbers, really good following, and we wanted to say thank you to everybody, man, for sure, because this podcast is growing, and we want to continue to be here. We're just ironing out the kinks. It's probably going to take us about 2 months totally to lock down our approach, but when we do that. So, with that said, our guy Don't Charge Abdul is participating in a very exclusive event, if you will, and he has some guest list availability. And however, how you're not buying your way in, you're supporting your way in.
Yeah,
there you go. And
so
then also
You're getting
buy
perks.
your way in.
Yeah.
February, middle of February, to stay a little bit vague. So you have a few weeks to join, but there's going to be an event coming up, and if you join this, I can't say a whole lot about it right now. But if you are in the DC area and you do join this tier that we are going to provide you on Patreon, you will then have access to the guest list of this very specific and amazing and exclusive event.
Yeah, Abdul's
Coming,
on the panel of.
yeah, I'm not going to say much about it right now,
No,
but
but we could just say you on the panel. That's it.
yeah, and it's going to be dope. And there's an after party afterwards, and so all of that will get you access to.
Do we
to
know who
this
the
event.
DJ is for the after party?
Might be Jerome Baker the third. We don't know.
Ooh,
might
Let's
be
see.
me.
let's
Let's
make
see.
that happen.
Let's
I
make it
actually just
happen.
got hired today.
You know what I'm saying?
I just got hired today to do the waste management open again.
Waste
Ooh,
management, the Department of Waste Management.
that's like a
the
golf tournament,
golf
Super
tournament back
Bowl
home in
weekend.
Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that Super Bowl weekend?
It's the 8th through the 11th. So I believe that is Super Bowl weekend. But this is in Arizona. Super Bowl is in
No,
Vegas.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So it's just a good time. So, but yeah, I mean, again, people, What's a podcast is your only link to getting into this event. It's very
For sure.
exclusive.
That's a fact.
Very, it's where you want to be. Good conversation.
Yeah.
People who have similar interests.
Yes.
People who are going to inspire you to be, you know what I'm saying, your freshest self.
Come politic
So we want
connected.
you to support your way in.
You know?
If you
No
will. So
doubt.
Tom and I will set that tier up. By the time you hear this, that tier will be set up.
And come meet Silent Time in person.
If you can get Silent Time to come out, God bless. You know what I'm
Silent Time
saying?
is coming out.
Silent Time's coming out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. So Washington D.C. it has been extremely, extremely cold recently. But the weather's just been warming up every day this week.
Yeah.
Really weird, man.
Crazy, which is crazy because I believe tomorrow, Thursday, it's gonna be 54 degrees,
Mm.
and then
But it's
Friday
supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
right, and then Friday it's supposed to be 70 degrees.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And then Saturday go back to 54. Sunday go back to 48.
And then snow on Monday.
And then snow again. Yeah. So I mean, it's the weather is just inconsistently, but this is what
the
happens.
world is inconsistent, man.
Global warming. They're talking about Europe has been hit with 10 of its worst storms in history just this winter. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be prepared to get a coat, keep a hoodie on,
And a
get
nice coat. Layer
Yeah.
up.
Not too nice though if you're in DC.
Not too nice if you're
Not
in
too
DC.
nice.
Just nothing with logos in DC.
Because they out to tax.
Get
Did
you a
you,
unique little banger. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see videos of the ice storm in Portland and people slipping and car accidents?
Crazy.
It was
I
funny
didn't
and
see that.
sad at the same time.
Does that not happen there every winter?
Well, I mean, I think the ice storm thing is kind of new. Maybe it happens over there. I don't know, but ice is just tough to deal with, regardless of where you are in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It almost got me and you last week.
Oof, yeah. And
Same
it wasn't even
spot.
ice like that. Yeah, same spot.
I think that when you, as we are adults and older, when you know there's going to be ice in the equation, you need to start making some plans to get home and have your groceries and just kind of be smart, because the ice seems to be the nail in the coffin, so to speak, for safety. Like, there's going to be accidents from the ice. Snow, you're good. Rain, you're good.
Yeah,
But the ice causes so many more problems.
it does.
Bella and I are walking, I believe, from her mother's house we're driving, and we're leaving to go somewhere. And this woman had on sneakers, walking her dog, just thinking it was all good.
Everything's sweet.
Man, she took that L.
I love it.
I love it.
Got up and held her knee, and the dog's looking at her dead in the face, and she's sitting there in pain.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fam, like, at least have. And that's another thing. If you're gonna get the winter coat banger, get some boots.
Mm.
Don't walk with your hands in your pockets.
I think we're all too old to not have a pair of boots for this particular weather. Like, it don't gotta be. I mean, if you get 40 belows, go crazy. If you can find some polo sports, go crazy. But if not, just get you some Salomons, anything with a grip,
Tim's.
Get
because
some
Something.
Timbs.
Tim's, whatever Tim's makes sense too.
Arc'teryx, if you got the plug.
I got talk about it. If you get the Louis Timbs,
Talk about it.
if you get the Louis Timbs, even
Yeah.
better. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
get the
Because,
How you
Louis
feel
Timbs.
about those?
I
I love
mean,
them.
They look
I
like
think
some
they're
fake
fire.
Canal Street.
Everybody
Louis
said
Timbs.
everybody hates them.
Yeah, I hate all of them.
I think
I
it's
like 'em.
wonderful. Truthfully,
I've never seen Jerome. I've never seen you with no Timbs,
you never will. It's not my thing.
even the Louis ones.
Nah. But and the thing is, like in Virginia, because Pharrell's whole Virginia thing,
Yeah.
they don't go crazy for Timbs
No.
like that.
No,
Like,
they
especially
don't.
down there.
No.
Richmond's a little different. Richmond thinks it's New York, but like
It probably ends at Richmond. The
Well,
Timberland.
parts of Virginia Beach is like New York too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
parts
true,
of Newport
true.
News, Norfolk
Yeah.
is.
True,
Yeah.
true, but not enough to supersede Richmond.
No, I mean
and
they don't
not
get the
enough,
Timberland weather down there.
right, and not enough to create a collaboration with Louis Vuitton. That was Pharrell just saying, "Yo, like, let me make this collaboration happen."
But he did it with Beeline. He did it with like the he's done
Yeah,
that
he has done it.
numerous Timberland collabs.
I just think whoever the head of collaborations at Timberland is, that dude he just wrote his check for the next 5
Yeah,
years.
killing it.
You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying? Like,
Geraldo.
there you go. That kid. I think it's Geraldo with a V on Instagram. Matter of fact,
That's right.
So,
I think he works in that section of Timberland. I don't know if he's the main guy, but
no, he's the
shout out
one.
to him regardless.
Because the way when you said that,
He's the guy.
I sent a picture of him and Pharrell.
That's
Yeah.
who's about to send Abdul a pair of Louis Timbs.
No, he.
Make it happen.
I don't know, but I will say this: you speaking of Pharrell and all these other collaborations, some of his other lines have done with Timberland. Out of all of those, I do like these Louis Vuitton ones the best. Like
Which ones do you like?
I like just the 6-inch construction, the 10061. I don't like the other models that he kind of
You don't like
put
the
his spin
all
on.
over print?
Oh, I like those ones too. A lot of people hate
They
that
look
one.
like they're fake. They look like
That's cool.
back in the day when you could buy fake ones like that.
Yeah, that's how it be.
No, I'm not mad at it. But
That's how it goes, bro. Like
and the regular ones is like, I don't know, like it only has LV when you flip the tongue down.
And sometimes that's what you need. A lot of designers in more recent years, even with Virgil and some of the work he did with Louis Vuitton and Air Forces and whatever it is. I mean, he was kind of paying homage to some of those fake pairs that we saw in like 2001. The Burberry pairs, the all over Gucci joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Union did the 2001 white on white Air Force customized with the real Louis leather on the swooshes. You know what I'm saying? All of this is kind of a throwback to maybe those days. So
I'm not mad
at it. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. They look like Canal Street fakes, sure.
But I don't like when my Tim's tongue folds over anyways. That's when they wrap. That's like when they cooked.
I think the Tim's thing, I think, was never accepted to get fake Tim's. But
I don't even remember seeing fake Tim's like that though. Was that a thing?
I think there was always a couple pair.
They used to sell them at Union Market before it was a restaurant.
But what I'm saying was
fake Tim's.
I don't think fake Tim's were ever accepted in New York. Now the Canal Street, everything else bootleg, people could get away with, but fake Tim's was never. Accepted.
It's like buying a fake New Era Yankee fitted.
Exactly.
Eddie, wait, hold on. Were they fake Tim's with the tree on it, or they were just fake companies
bootleg
that look
Tim's,
like Tim? Okay,
counterfeit Tim's.
I've never seen those.
Yeah, they used to have them. They used to have them at Union Market. You could get everything: fake Prada, True Religion.
I do remember seeing the Spanish cats with the boots that look like Tim's, like the shape was.
Nah, that's like the Spanish dude that has a full shoe store with all the fake shoes.
Right.
I'm talking about the African dudes that sold the fake Gucci, fake Louis.
Okay, they had the fake Tim's.
Do you remember when Union Market was like that?
Yeah. I never saw like the section where they had the fake stuff, but I do remember Union Market having a lot of little stalls and little shops inside of it. But I never ran across like I used to print T-shirts out of there, like
in the actual Union Market or one of the
one of the little joints. Like when I had a clothing line in 2002, with my cousin and my homie called Jungly. Our first run of T-shirts was out of Union Market,
no doubt.
So I did used to frequent there fairly often, but I don't recall seeing any like fake goods for sale. I do know like all the souvenir shops and everything, like that was where, like, if you go downtown and you see the Washington DC T-shirts, that was like where they all got dropped off. That was the distribution center
for sure.
all of those dudes.
It still is. They still got some of those stores.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But
it used to be at about
that's what I
boxes of white
recall
tees.
most about Union Market. I don't remember seeing any fake like sneakers or boots or clothes being sold over there. But listen,
It went down.
Union Market was pretty big. So
what we want to do very quickly as we keep it moving is give a shout out to our friend, chef, visionary, Keem Hughley
yes,
of Bronze. He was awarded a Beard Foundation nomination, James Beard Foundation nomination.
Oh,
He says, "Thank you, Beard Foundation, for acknowledging an Afrofuturistic restaurant 2 blocks from where I was born and raised on 8th Street Northeast.
fire.
It means the world to this team that brings It means the world to this team that brings it every single day to provide a unique and warm experience for our guests that we cherish. This is an accomplishment for the team that guides the ship every day and the ones we help create the bronze lanes we operate." And then he just goes on to thank all of his teammates. So again, that's Bronze on 8th Street. If you haven't been, you are just way, way, way behind. Super sleeping. Go ahead, Abdul.
No, I was also going to say, speaking of Keem and speaking about Bronze, actually, and along with what you just mentioned, just yesterday, the Washingtonian magazine just featured the oxtail pasta dish that Bronze has as one of their food critics' 5 favorite pasta dishes around Washington, D.C. right now.
wow.
And listen, and if you have not had that oxtail pasta, they call it something else, pappardelle. I don't know if that's
Pappardelle is like a flat, wide noodle.
yes. Okay, pause. Yeah, it's a pappardelle pasta dish with ox. Yo, let me tell you something. When I go to Bronze, I get one to eat right there and one to bring home, because the next day you got to run it back.
It's even better.
It's even better. Like a lot of people are like, yo, I want it fresh. To me, I actually there's
Next day is fresh, dog. Next day is fresh.
I know, but I'm a little bit third world with it. Like I can go like a week and it still be on point for me.
Yeah,
respectfully.
I can't go
Like,
a week,
but for me, like the next day, the spices and the flavor
what I'm saying.
really gets in there, bro. You put that joint in the microwave. Oof.
So speaking of, since Abdul wanted to go there real quick, speaking of the Washingtonian magazine, they dropped a list of the 100 very best restaurants in DC in 2024. The number one is Casa, which I've been to. Eddie, you been?
Yep.
How you spell Casa?
Causa. Causa.
Oh, Causa. I've never been there. I don't think.
Banging. Okay. Number 2, Lutece. I'm not sure how to speak it.
Probably Lutece.
Lutece. That is Omar from Napoleon.
That's my man.
That's all of our guy. He's very proud of that. And the third is Albie, which is very.
Oh, I've been to Albie.
I don't like Albie.
That's the same guy as the joint on Florida Ave.
Yellow Cafe.
Yellow as well.
My homegirl, I just sat down with her today. Like, she's a bartender at Albie, and we're gonna make a bunch of music together though. So if you find the list, man, it's out there. I'm sure we've all been to a handful of these places.
Do they have Yums on there?
I don't believe Yums made the cut.
It's probably like
Yums. Hold on, it's Yums 2 actually.
Yums 2. There we go.
Wait, Yums 2 is on there, or Yums 2 is the one that
Yums 2 is the one on 14th of Rhode Island.
They changed the name. Okay. Rebranding.
Rebranding, new sign.
they got a creative director now.
That's probably because it stays open till 2 a.m. It's like Yums 2.
It's a big creative director energy. They had to switch the name up just to kind of rebrand the whole situation.
I mean, listen, man, I love the fact that this type of cuisine, that there's 100 great restaurants in a city of this size. I also would love to see it if they had like 100 best affordable.
Yeah,
they don't exist.
Talk to me. Yeah, they do. There's no affordable good restaurant.
I mean, what's affordable?
I mean, I'm talking like Anywhere from
I'd say affordable is if your main dish.
Le Diplomat, maybe.
No, I'd say if your main
Yo,
dish
Le
is.
Diplomat has a $24 burger, homie.
Hold on. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but all the
Let's
dishes
just
are around that same price range. Though.
let's try to define 100.
Okay.
Let's say affordable means your main dish is between
Yeah.
14 and 22.
That's
There you
not, that's how much appetizers cost.
That's what
14. Nah, that's not
we're
true.
just
But
talking. No.
yeah.
He's right. That's how much appetizers do cost. What I'm just saying is, these are the guidelines. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 6 to
There's a
12.
lot of restaurants like that, bro.
None
6
that
to
you
12.
want to go to though.
That's not true.
I don't know. I don't think that's true, Eddie.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know. Every time I go out to eat, it's like 250, 300.
I don't eat at those kind of places. I've never gone.
Nah,
I don't know.
You do though. You do.
Do, yeah, you do.
If you bang out Abdul, pause. Even at Le Dip, you're still gonna spend 200.
If you go to Le Dip with you and your girl and you get 2 appetizers, 2 entrees, a dessert, your girl gets 2 glasses of wine, you at 250 all day long.
I cut the wine off. Like
I'm just saying.
But that's
yeah,
for
well,
her,
I mean,
though.
yeah, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying. So,
but that's not necessarily true. I don't think you're at 250, 300.
Dog.
You're at like $1.
Nah.
I think so. I mean,
Let me find.
appetizers and entrees are between $14 and $25.
Right. So you get 2 $25 joints. That's 50.
I don't. Do you get an appetizer every time you go out?
100%. Sometimes like 2, 3 of them because I like family style. So I want to try everything.
Rome, you do that?
If you go out with a bird,
get an appetizer.
If you go out with a bird.
Okay, I rarely get
order
an
what
appetizer.
order what you want.
What you want,
I mean,
baby.
even if I can order what I want, I still don't get an appetizer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not really my bag.
No, listen. If I'm going out to eat, I'm getting 2 appetizers.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
On somebody else's dime, you'll get 2 appetizers.
Even on mine.
Yeah,
Pierre
2
and I
appetizers. That's a lot of food, fam.
Pierre and I are going to lunch tomorrow.
You'll get 2 appetizers.
I can see it's
2 entrees.
Hey, from 1 to 4. If you want to pull up.
I'm there. Let's go.
He got some things he wants to discuss.
Abdul said he's gonna pay the check.
Even better. You feel me?
Pierre was at the crib. He came over on Saturday.
Everything here is pretty expensive.
At where?
On the list.
I go out to eat once, twice a week, dog, and it's $250.
You go to L'Oreal Plaza. I feed my whole family for under $100.
I'm not eating that shit. I live. You know what I'm saying? I got in-house Spanish food.
So the only if this makes sense though, the only restaurants on that list, because it does like a $
Ted's Bulletin
rating. No. What I was gonna say is the only restaurants that are on that list that are somewhat affordable are the ethnic ones. So like the Fuzz. Or the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't consider going out to get pho like going out to eat, or like I don't consider going to Ted's Bulletin going out to eat. That's like
why?
Because it's a diner. It's not like really like
Ted's definitely not. Ted is definitely not going out to eat.
Even L'Oreal is not really like going out to eat. I might smack it for like lunch or something, but we're not going out date night to go to L'Oreal. I'm just saying that's me.
You got some high standards, bro.
I'm just saying you're an elitist. If I can have better food at home, I'm gonna eat at home.
An elitist?
This is very elitist vibes right here.
I'm just saying.
What are we talking about?
I'm just saying. I'm on the food list.
Man, you think you know somebody for like 22 years?
Nah, I mean, if I'm gonna go out to eat, I'm gonna treat myself. You know what I mean?
I don't look at it like that.
I don't know. I do it.
No, the reason why I understand Eddie's perspective is because if you're gonna go out to eat, sometimes getting in these places takes so long to get into. Like your reservation might be a month or 2 months out.
Yeah.
And you want to enjoy the food to the most, and so obviously, Eddie, he doesn't have the responsibilities that Abdul and I have.
Yeah, I don't have kids.
Right, so that they can spend, the disposable income there, whereas I just bought my child $100 pair of New Balance. I'm like, yo, what's really good? Like,
what did she get?
The new we got in the shop, the 2002 Rs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like,
you got them at the shop for $100.
Retail $145.
Swoosh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are her walking shoes. Like these are her shoes.
You created that animal.
She's going walking with me every day.
Yeah, well then you get a pair of shoes for walking.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
You wear them to school till they get dogged out, and then they're walking shoes.
But I think that again, we also know the gyms of the neighborhood, right? So you can go to La Tejana and not spend a ton of money and have a good
that's a
breakfast.
quick little bite though. That's not. I wouldn't say that's going out to eat either.
That's your breakfast. That's some people's breakfast every morning. Like I see it. You know what I'm saying? Or like
they live
we all know the little neighborhood gyms that didn't get
mentioned.
Notoriety.
Excuse me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that again, it's up to you to find those gyms, because a lot of them also are like, if you look at the neighborhoods at some of these restaurants, and a lot of Navy Yard, there might be some stuff that's the wharf, some stuff that's downtown, but even places like Anjou. I love Anjou. That food is tremendous. And it's in Adams Morgan. You know what I'm saying?
It's good that La Tejana didn't get on the list, because then you really wouldn't. They can't handle that. They're already like maxed out. They're already maxed out. Like all their food is gone. Every last bit of food they cook every day is already sold out.
They sell out every day.
Yeah, they can't handle that.
So it's good to see it. We'll see what happens. There's another cool little diner opening in Mount Pleasant. We'll see what they keep their prices.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, here at What's a Podcast, we're always looking for people to. If you got suggestions, let us know.
Yeah.
You can tell us those suggestions in person if you join the God Body tier, which is going to allow you access to the Abdul's event.
Speaker release of your choice.
Did we announce the date for that event or no?
No. We want to keep it vague.
Mid-February.
Just in case, mid-February.
So
it's going to be dope, though.
Yeah, so just remember the God Body tier. I know I've had some texts about it. I know I've had some inquiries, and so we'll see with that. Episode 240, What's a Podcast? Patreon episode number 2. Recently, this past weekend, I was. No, I'm sorry, not this past weekend. This past week, I was in Las Vegas. How
was that?
DJ. It was fantastic, man.
Where were you at?
So I did this spot downtown called Lucky Day. Cool little party, like party vibes. You know what I'm saying? Small bar, 75, 100 people.
Velvet Lounge fees?
Huh?
Like Velvet Lounge type deal?
100%. So I
Where'd you stay?
The Luxor.
Okay.
So the Luxor was cool, $29 a night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Yeah, that midweek Vegas, those prices are not like.
Well, the rooms typically are cheap in Vegas. They know they're gonna get you with gambling. Maybe not you, but they're gonna get most people.
MGM Grand was $50 a night. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cheap. So Luxor. Next time I'll price it a little further up, because Luxor is like.
Let me know. I get free rooms. I'll put you on the list.
There you go.
You do?
So,
yeah.
Why you gamble like that?
I'd make a little bit of noise when I go out there.
God damn. Elitist over here.
Nah, but they give everybody free rooms. That's not even like saying nothing.
Yeah. Wow.
I've never
okay,
but you don't gamble though. You don't get like a player's card and gamble. They're not going to give you a free room to come post up. You got to spend a little bit of money, and then they give you free rooms because they want you to come back.
I hate spending money.
Last time I went, I came up. They want their money back from me.
So listen, the thing that I realized about Vegas, and it's the same thing that everybody knows, but once you see it in person, it's kind of even more like dehumanizing, right? So number one, you can gamble everywhere, obviously, right? Like the airport, everywhere. They've now obviously they pump oxygen into the spaces.
Yeah.
The floor definitely does operate a certain way so that you're never really walking flat.
No clocks.
No clocks. And now they have the
no clocks.
No clocks. No windows either.
Yeah, no clocks, no windows, oxygen.
Then now they have
they put oxygen in the rooms so you can't sleep, bro.
Yeah.
What?
They put the USBs and the 3-prong joints so you can plug your phone in at the machine.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could just recharge your shit right there.
Right there.
There's no excuse to leave.
Yeah.
No excuse to leave. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a what's it called in all these casinos as well. There's like a general store. So even if you just go downstairs and forget your phone charger, you can buy one right there.
Or you could just have you could just tell the dealer to have somebody go get you one.
Yeah,
if you spend their money.
What?
I get there Wednesday. I had some flight issues in Dallas, but got there Wednesday around 6. My homie and we linked together about 8:30.
He lives there.
Yeah, he's a DJ there. We go to a dive bar that has indie rock vinyl night on Wednesdays. Incredible. Like DJs cutting up dance music and rock music like it was hip hop.
Wow.
Meanwhile, there's a full-on SA car show going on outside, like
Hey, yo, are we
lowriders.
allowed to say that?
Lolo's out there.
Yeah, SA's know what's up. I'm from Phoenix. I'm allowed to say that. You can't.
SA is not a bad word.
You can't say it, but I can say it.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. I think it's derogatory.
Abdul kind of looks like an SA right now. He got the mustache, the hat.
Orderly Holmes.
He probably got a pair of heads back there somewhere.
Family in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? But so the essays are going crazy.
Don't eat fried pork rinds.
the essays are going crazy outside. My homie and I, we're there from 8:30 to 10. It's dope. It was good, man. We went to spot downtown Vegas. I didn't know downtown Vegas and the Strip were so close though.
Yeah.
Right. So we pull up to the spot. Lucky day about 10:45. I'm on at 12.
What's the scene in downtown? I've never been to downtown Vegas. I've only been.
Like it's a little
all locals. I feel like
yeah, definitely locals.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little U Streety.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe 8th Streety almost, but that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Hipsterish a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like hipster mixed with urban.
Yeah. Like a lot of panda dunks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, I don't know why people hate on it. I don't mind panda dunks.
I got panda dunks. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm about to get a pair. I might wear them to Abdul's event.
Oh, there we go.
Wild disrespect.
No, it's not.
Then I'm on 10:45. First DJ's cool. I walk in, he's playing Flipside by Freeway. I'm like, word?
Let's
like,
go.
Vegas? So, okay. Second DJ was having some troubles. He
Hold on, this is where you're playing?
Yes, where I'm playing. It's 4 DJs.
Okay. And where did you sit?
I was the highlight. I was the 12 to 1 guy.
You're the 4th DJ.
Third.
Okay, third. Okay.
10 to 2. So I get on. So the second DJ was having, you know, saying some issues. He wasn't connecting with the crowd as well as he has known to.
That's kind of good for you, though, right?
Great.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. That's kind of how you want it to be, because everything is kind of low, and then you come in and you set it off, and people
especially
are like,
when they fly you out to the DJ.
So listen, you're hitting all the proper points. And to say it was low is an understatement. We're talking dance floor cleared.
Like people leaving, and as soon as you got on, they turned around and came back in.
100%. The thing that saved my set was they pumped the music outside.
They pumped the oxygen.
People walking by could be like, "Oh, this guy played 3 good songs in a row really quickly too."
Yeah, let's go.
So I'm on at 12 and I just blast off, and from nobody on the dance floor to a full packed dance floor in 4 songs, and they're looking at me like, "Oh my god, like."
Thanks for saving the night.
everything they say about you is true. I'm like, I mean, you know.
Was the guy before you? Was he Filipino?
No.
Respect.
Did he leave?
Filipino. Yeah.
Did the guy before you bounce when you got on?
Nah, he was there having the time of his life.
He stayed and partied. Yeah. Shout out to Pinoy.
So rock that hour, man. Rock that hour, and then you know, another DJ got on. And
was he Filipino?
No, he was Spanish cat. So then me and my man went across the street to a Spanish party called Altura, which goes crazy in Vegas. And
you caught something out there?
Nah.
Spanish joint? You know how you are.
Nah, no sir. No.
Okay. All right.
I've seen the light now, you know.
He got everything he needed out of that.
I've seen the light. I've learned my lesson.
I know what it is, bro. I'm focused.
Okay.
So we rock till so we go across the street. We see the party.
So did you bounce after you got off, or you stayed till the close out?
We bounced and went across the street because there was another party, but then we came right back. As soon as we came right back, maybe 5 minutes later,
Jerome, get back on.
The bartender turns the lights on, deads the party. But what they do is this group owns 6 places in the same 1 block stretch. So they're like, "Yo, leave our party and go
to the next one
across the street." Exactly. So we didn't do that. We ended up trying to go to see Franzen at Ghost Bar, which we were unable to do. They were closing around 2.
Who's Franzen?
He's a very well-known West Coast DJ. So then we get to Ghost Bar. It's not happening. It's like 2:30. I'm at this point ready to go home. I'm like, "Hey, man,
you're tired."
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Very tired.
But then
we end up at this place called Moxie Ultra Lounge, which is in my man Tim Tones, who's my guy. We rode around all week. He's the Monday night DJ, and I'm just like, we pull up. There's nobody in here. I'm like, bet we're gonna be here 30 minutes. We were there till 5:00 in the morning. I'm talking about.
I guess people showed up.
What? Tons of people showed up. 100 people showed up on a Monday night from 2:30 to 5.
Wednesday night.
No, yeah, Wednesday night. I'm sorry, Wednesday night. Yeah, at 4:30, I tapped out. Fell asleep in the club. Just leaned over, bam.
Damn, that takes some skill to sleep in the club.
Took me 10-minute nap. Woke up ready to go. I was like,
yeah, give me a shot.
Give me a shot. I was like, you're trying to get some chicken tenders, and they were like, word. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to get no chicken tenders.
You're like, fuck it, we're getting chicken tenders.
No. Well, chicken tenders is code for let's go to the Rhino. You know what I'm saying?
Because they get expensive.
What's the Rhino? That's a strip club?
Yeah. Spearmint Rhino.
Yeah. So and
I've never been.
We didn't go. I've been before. Kellen knows the manager, and that was a life-changing.
I take that back. I have been, but it was like 15 years ago.
It's consistent. The Rhino wins. You can't look. It's like they're all Medusa at the Rhino. Just don't look none of them in the face. The minute you look one of them in the face,
they captivate you.
They captivate your credit card. It's over, bro. Like
no, they don't.
Like, damn,
crazy.
That's why you gotta wear your shade. You gotta wear them hater blockers in there.
5:00 in the morning.
No, thank you.
So anyway,
I'm good.
I think we stayed at the Moxie Ultra Lounge literally until 5:00 in the morning. Got back to the Luxor at 5:18 and was just ready to go to sleep. Just charged all my.
You gotta go to sleep.
The best part about it though,
blackout shades.
That part. I was talking to Bella because it's 3 hours.
8:00. Yeah.
So it's like, so
she's getting ready for school.
She's getting ready for school. She doesn't know what time it is. I was over here talking to her.
Are you drunk when you talking to her?
I'm just like, Bella, are you good? Like,
are you happy? You just happy to be talking to her? You happy?
Yeah. I just was like so happy to be able to talk to her. And then be like, as soon as because she has to turn her school device off at 8:15. I got back to the room at 5:18. So I'm like, yo, as soon as she turns her device off, curtains.
Yeah.
I put them blackout curtains on me. I woke up, it was 11 something.
Do not disturb.
The phone looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy is you think like you got really good sleep, but when you do the math, it's only like 5 hours and change or almost 6 hours. That's not enough sleep.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You took a cat nap in the club.
So what I did was I walked down to the
lobby,
food court, 2 slices of pizza, right back to the room, go to sleep for another 3 hours.
But you was cheating that day.
Yeah, but I knew I wasn't gonna like go too crazy.
You could have got like an acai bowl.
Yeah.
You had to get 2 slices of pizza.
I needed
one wasn't enough, bro. Come on.
I needed sustenance.
He's like, fuck it, make it pepperoni. Let's go. Meat lovers,
go.
Pepperoni.
No meat.
2,500 calories.
Pause.
Day was done. But I went for a walk later, so I still hit my rings that day, so I was good. So and I knew I was going to dinner at Best Friend that night. I don't know if y'all been a Best Friend before.
Now what's that?
Dude, Roy Troy at the Park MGM has like a LA meets Vegas, Korean, Mexican kind of like experience.
Okay.
Very elite. DJ in there. That was a good time.
Did you run into Sung at Live?
So this was later. So I'm talking to Sung and we're like, yo, let's link tonight. He can't get to the park because the Park MGM was right next to the hockey arena. There was a hockey game. So
he's not working.
No, Live was closed on that particular night.
Okay.
So he's like, yo, I'm gonna just go to the Win. I'm like, bet, because like I know Kellen loves the Win. He got some plugs over there. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Cal, I'm going to the Win. He's like, bet, I'm going to see what's good. So we ended up at Delilah, which is very, very, very dope.
Did the Win come through?
Kellen didn't. He had to stay in Arizona.
I'm saying, but did his plug at the Win come through for you?
It didn't. We didn't stay long enough for it to happen. Yeah. We went to Delilah, had a drink. Sung is just out there living his best life, like really in Vegas. Yeah.
What is he doing at Live?
He's bartender.
He's bartending
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course he's killing it.
Shout out to Sung.
So my man Tim is getting tired, and I'm just like, yo, can you drop us off at Venetian? Like we're about to meet 4 Color Zach. So boom, we meet Zach.
Does he live out there?
Nah, he lives in Seattle. But he was in Vegas for that Thursday. So we ended up going to Tao, and it's just that big room energy that as a DJ I needed to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, these are the records, and just the energy you got to bring. Zach is tremendous when it comes to
like big
DJing in that arena. You know what I mean? So his man is just. We finished between me, Zach, and two others. We finished the whole bottle of Jameson. Like, it was crazy. The shots did not stop. We left there at 2:30, and Sung and I were just like, man, let's just get a drink. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Like, let's just sit down and chop it up. So we just sit down and chop it up for like an hour at the at just a random bar. The women of the
in
night
the casino.
In the casino.
Oh, they won't leave you alone.
They were out so heavy. They saying hi to you and touching your shoulder. Please get off me. Please let me. Like, it ain't. I'm broke.
Do I know you?
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Sung and I get a little turned up at the bar. I don't even know how.
I mean, after a bottle of Jameson.
Yeah, I just think the whole night caught up to us. So it's like, I think my flight's leaving at 8, 6 or something. I don't know. I think 8
a.m.
a.m. Yeah. So it's like,
and this
4,
is like 4 a.m. now. So you're not going back to the room to go to sleep.
Nah, I already knew I wasn't.
Yeah, you can't. You won't
so
make the flight.
It didn't take Sung and I an hour to get out of the hotel because we're so turned up we can't find the
exit,
Uber exit.
Oh yeah, they got.
So like we just walk one way out, 20 minutes, walk back 20 minutes, another way 20 minutes.
Why didn't you stop and ask somebody?
Because we were just, I was faded. Tired, drunk, faded, like the whole nine.
We'll figure it out.
Everything was funny, you know what I'm saying? Like Sung and I are just walking around, just really just enjoying each other's company and just like, bro, I'm telling you, this is the way we gotta go. It's on the map. Like,
yeah.
And so we ended up, I think I got back to the room at like 6:15.
Yeah, you got called an Uber right then and there.
Yeah, but I'd already packed. So I was already packed. TSA was solid.
Are you one of the people that when they go stay at a hotel, they unpack their whole suitcase and put it in the drawers and hang all their shit up?
Yep.
Do you?
I don't. I live out my suitcase.
Me too.
No. I need to open it up.
Like you hang your clothes up, put your drawers and socks in a drawer.
He utilized the.
You move in that motherfucker.
Yeah. You guys don't do that?
Nah.
Even
hold on. It depends on how many. If I'm going somewhere and I'll be there for like 10 days, I might do that.
I'm never anywhere for 10 days, fam.
Yeah, no, I'm never. If I'm there for 2 days, if I'm there for 1 day, that's what I'm doing.
Nah, one day.
The only time I do that is if I'm, for example, going to a wedding and I got to hang up a suit, or something like that.
That's
or
all
jacket.
I'm hanging up. That's all I'm hanging up.
Or if I came with like a jacket, like if I'm in Cali, but it's wintertime here, I went with my big puffer on.
Yeah,
I put that in the closet.
Yeah, you'll hang your jacket or your suit up. That's it.
I didn't even bring a puffer to Cali when I went though. No,
But what about to Vegas when you left on Wednesday? You had to have had a jacket.
Vegas was brick at night. It wasn't brick at night when you were there.
It was brick. I just brought the
Arc'teryx.
Okay, that works. Yeah. But for example, if I'm leaving, if I got a 6 o'clock flight
and
it's wintertime here, I leave with a jacket on. You know,
I'll leave it.
Here's what I'm saying. So, like, I went to Boston for a day, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, boom. I have my outfit that I'm going to fly in.
Yeah.
Then I got to get a workout in. Then I got to wear what I'm going to DJ that night. And then I got to wear what I'm going to wear on the plane tomorrow.
Right, but you unpack it all out of your suitcase when you got to the telly?
To line it up and like have it situated?
I don't.
I've never done that.
I take my sneakers out and I put them on the floor next to my suitcase. Yep. And if I got like a button up or a jacket, then I hang that up. That's it.
Yep.
Everything else, and then I got a whatever CVS I go to, dirty socks and drawers go in the CVS bag, knotted up.
That's it.
Back in the suitcase.
That's it. I keep the dirty hamper bag right next to the suitcase.
Most of the time, it's like the ice bag for the.
No, you know what you got to do is you got to go in the closet and I grab the laundry bags in there.
You steal those?
And that's it. I take one out and that's my dirty clothes.
I usually get like a CVS bag or something.
Yeah, I just use one of the hotel joints.
It's all good either way. I mean, I think we all have our own travel hack.
No, I'm not mad at it.
It's interesting to see what everybody does, though. I like seeing it.
Yeah. It's
I like
peace.
hearing about that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't move in. I don't
No,
move
I
in.
Oh
don't
no,
move
man.
move
I'm
in
president.
either.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
move in.
I don't want to
But
get too comfortable in there.
Nah.
but so then I got back here. When was that? Friday morning,
Mhm.
and we did 18th Street Lounge that night, which was fun.
You hit the ground
Um,
running.
Oh,
running.
that was the night it snowed that day all day, didn't it?
And as soon as I got off the plane, Scooty's message came through, just like,
Oh
"Yo,
no, it
yes,
didn't snow.
We
Oh,
still
yes,
did
it
it?
open.
did. Yes, it did. Yes,
Okay.
it
It was
snowed
light
early.
though. It was light though.
Scooty was like, "Yo, ESL says they're gonna open tonight. Y'all still down?" Like to me and Jamil. I'm like, "Yeah, let me take a nap."
You're like, I just got back from Vegas, but
Yeah,
I'm with it.
back from Vegas and with it.
Yeah.
But I ended up crushing it that night. We held people in the room till 2:30, which is great, all things considered. And then the following night, I haven't played there in so long. It was great to get back in that room. Was to play Society.
Oh wow.
Society. I hadn't played Society in a few months, and it was
Downtown Silver
great.
Spring.
It was
Okay.
great to get out there. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm back there in 2 weeks, which is gonna be fun. Um, and we're gonna see what's good, man. But it's really good weekend. I think I'm here for the next couple months, which is
Jerome
good
been
and
getting to the
bad.
bag.
Yeah, a little something.
We got to
Um,
plan the Paris trip June.
Paris is I actually have Paris in March and then again in June. Yeah, so I'm
We got to plan
finalizing
that out.
everything with that right now. Actually, I got linked with the proper showroom people, and so it's just a matter of us finding the right space, working out a proper deal, and then we in there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
let's
then
do it.
just figuring it. So that's why I want to go in March, see the space, check it out, and then I just need to look at some of the
You taking
legit.
Bella with you in March?
I would love to, truthfully. So we'll see. But I don't think spring
She
break is.
might not make Fashion Week,
I
right?
don't think spring break is till April though, honestly. So
Spring break is April.
yeah, spring break is April. So
It's like April 15th or something like that.
yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at a few different things for April. If she doesn't go with her mother, then her and I will probably just go to Florida, go to Miami or something like that for a couple of days.
No Phoenix.
Bella, she wants to live her own life, whereas I want to go to Phoenix all the time. She wants to go see the world, and so
I'm not mad at that.
like
You got to
I'm
meet
not
in the
mad
middle.
either, huh?
You got to meet in the middle.
So to me, there is
You
no
got fly. You got to fly your mom out to Miami. And
yeah. I mean,
that's the middle. That's the
that's the
middle.
middle. That's the middle. So we'll see what pops off, but Paris is looking real good. We'll see. Once we get the space locked in, then it'll be just the programming, and it's 2 days of programming. You know what I mean? So we'll get a little some CDJs in there, a couple DJs, have it hosted by XYZ, and then boom, we take off. We're good to go. You know what I mean? So Paris should be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, and we will announce more of that here on What's a Podcast. That will be a part of I think maybe the $5 tier. We'll get the information about Paris so that we can.
And if you in the top tier, then you can automatically get guest list to get in.
If you get the God Body tier, yeah, you gonna be there with us.
Yeah,
You
you
know what
guest
I'm
list.
saying? You're gonna be there with us.
Come see us in Paris.
You gotta get your own
Yeah.
plane ticket and hotel room, but we
Oh
get
yeah,
you in the party.
of course. Yeah, for sure. But nevertheless, man, what's the podcast? Episode 240, Patreon number 2. Hold on, I had a list. We had the list. Oh, okay. So in front of my building, there is a bike lane, fresh bike lane, maybe a year old, and it's consistently used for like
Amazon, Uber Eats.
supposed to be for buses, but
It's supposed to be only for buses and bikes.
it's a bus lane. It's a bus lane and bikes. Yeah. So
Is
it's
it a
supposed to
bus
be,
lane during rush hour too, or is it only
no,
on?
so during rush hour, the arrows point that you can use it.
Okay.
I think what they're gonna start doing is people just get confused. There's accidents all the time in front of my building because people who are in the bus lane try to make a right, and the people who are to the left of them
Yeah.
right as well. That
Oh.
happens all the time. So what
I
they're gonna
blame the city.
it wasn't like it's not designed well enough. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
No,
saying? And they didn't
not
make
clear enough.
it's not clear enough, right? So apparently Monday they're gonna start finding people who park in that bus lane, stop, drive, and like
That's me.
another thing.
Yeah, I'm
But
guilty.
I think that's only during times of rush hour.
Yeah. So the way the bus lane works is it is buses only in the AM going south on 16th Street
South
and
and north.
south and north.
Yeah.
In the morning, north and south.
No, in the morning it's
If you're parked on 16th Street going north, you'll get a ticket and they'll move your car.
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
No, going south because the
No.
traffic is coming into the city. Actually,
both
16th
directions.
Street's both directions. You
Yeah.
can't park
Yeah.
after like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But the bus is using that bus lane going south only in the morning. So
Yep.
after 12 p.m., cars can use that bus lane. And then going north in the evening, the buses use that bus lane
Yep.
going north. So during the morning, if you're going north on 16th Street, cars can ride on that furthest to the right lane. I drive on that lane.
Me too. If it's open, I'm going for it.
I'm going for it. 24 hours a day. I'm using both. But if
No
they're about to start finding people, I mean,
but how are they? Are
listen,
they gonna have like a speed camera, something, whatever? How are they gonna like?
I don't know. They're
I don't
probably
see
gonna
DC cops writing any. I haven't seen anybody write a moving violation ever.
ever.
I think it's just gonna be cameras.
They're gonna have some sort of camera.
But
Yeah,
how will
probably,
the camera be able to differentiate which car is driving in that lane?
I don't know.
Because
you're
you
not a
know, because
Yeah,
if you know, now so the cheat code is if you get a red light or a speeding camera ticket, if there's any other vehicle in that frame, then you can have them
You can
drop that.
blame them. Yeah.
Yeah, because how do you know which car was going faster? I wasn't speeding, so it's going to be hard. Normally, they will send you like a zoomed in picture of your license plate,
Mm-hmm.
but you
So-
got to ask them for the full format. Like, yo,
So
can
the
you
thing
send me
is-
But
the
you
full
can
format?
you can go to the website and look at the whole video.
Right,
on
and if
it.
there's
They normally
any
have
other-
a link.
Yeah, if there's any other car in there that wasn't,
So the thing is, I think obviously during certain times of the day you have the arrows,
Yep.
and the arrows tell you like there's an X if you can't use it, red X,
or arrow pointing
green
down on it,
arrow
yeah.
pointing down if you can. So I'm thinking that during the times there's a red X, if you're driving in that lane and you're not a bus, those are when you're gonna get tickets.
So in 2 weeks, me and Abdul will let you know if we get a ticket in the mail.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, once you get around my building, it becomes so sort of clogged up in one. It's going to be a mess.
yeah.
Literally from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. every day, both directions.
Yeah.
16th Street's going to be the worst. You know what I'm saying? And probably in the morning from 7:30 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see. What's the podcast? If you happen to live in DC, let us know.
Yeah,
And I think
DMV, holla at us. I need
I don't
somebody
know-
at the DMV to holla at me, man. I just
don't-
posted I got a whole bunch of like $2,500 of tickets. I need cleared off.
2,500. That's that. Yeah.
It's not me. It's not me.
Oh,
I'll
I know.
just leave it at
I know how that goes. I pay them when they get to like a G.
Oh yeah,
I just
you're
pay
the
them off. I'm like,
you're the ticket master
I
too.
pay my tickets quarterly.
Yeah, you and Kim. I don't know how y'all do it.
I don't pay for parking anywhere, dog. And I don't
I don't either.
The
But I
cameras.
still don't get $1,000 worth of tickets.
You don't go through the red light cameras, the speeding.
No, why would I go through it?
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's yeah,
they move the speed cameras around, dog.
bro.
I've been starting to drive with the Waze app open on my Navi.
Yes,
So
that tells you.
That's the new move. Just open it, like don't even put a destination. Just open up Waze, and it
Yeah.
tells you where the police at and where the cameras at.
These tickets are under my name, but I'll just say there's another driver in my family.
It don't matter. They're still gonna.
And these are all hers. But $2,500, and this is after because
That's before they doubled it. They doubled.
they've already been doubling.
Oh damn.
Some of these tickets date back to 2022.
Oh, she's on boot status.
She's not gonna get a boot.
Nah, you don't get. I know.
She's got
She got that the right tag.
yeah. She's not gonna get a boot. But
Is that law? How do I get one of those tags, dog? We'll talk about that off air.
yeah, we'll talk about that. Could be another Patreon tier.
I'm surprised you don't have a set yet.
I don't want it.
Wow,
I've
do.
refused it.
Oh, I want it. That's a flex. That's a flex. You can park handicap. You can park wherever with that.
What's a podcast? Episode 240. Before we give up too much information, we're doing a
Yeah.
lot at the moment, so we need
Listen,
to.
we're gonna have
We
another
need to rate
tier.
it in. We need to rate it in. We need to. These
The
tiers are gonna get out of control.
God body
We're
tier.
already got God body. You see what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
got.
Like
Listen,
once we get to like peace to the gods, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
yeah, there's
too
gonna
much.
be another tier where
Yeah.
we're gonna give you
Um.
a tag from the DMV.
No
It's
doubt.
got
We'll get
Mayor
you.
Bowser's signature right on the tag.
No doubt.
Once the one thing that this year, obviously, it's ramping up is it's an election year, and
Yes.
there's a lot of different feelings and emotions going on. I think because
Well, DeSantis is out, right?
DeSantis
DeSantis
dropped
is
out,
out.
That's
yeah,
amazing, and that made me happy
but
right there.
DeSantis changed the rules in Florida so that he's not out as the governor of Florida. Though
Yeah.
before, if you ran and lost or dropped out, you lost your job. He changed the rule that doesn't happen anymore.
How can he change the rule that applies to himself?
He's the governor, and
He's just a piece of shit,
yeah,
man. He's a piece
He's
of
a
100%.
piece of shit.
So I think the thing about it is like, for some reason, this woman Nikki Haley thinks she has a chance to beat Trump as the Republican nominee.
Is she as much of a devil as Trump?
Yes, her name is not Nikki Haley. Her name is Nimrata.
She's Indian,
She's Indian, right?
posing as a whitey.
Posing
She's
as a
a
whitey.
white presenting
Her-
Indian.
Her no, she's not even white presenting. She's like she's Indian.
White. To her, she's white.
Yeah, but so the crazy part about it, right, is her dad got his start at an HBCU, and she feels that HBCUs aren't necessary. You know what I'm saying? She says America was never.
Why does like? Oh my god.
She says
She's a
that
fucking
America.
racist.
She says America was never racist.
She doesn't believe
Oh
that
my
racism
God.
exists in
Yeah.
America.
Now, mind you, she's from South Carolina, so like you get it. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't believe it exists.
No,
She said America's intent was never to be racist.
and it's not a racist country.
Oh my god.
She's dead serious.
She's
saying
fucking
this shit.
delusional,
She's
dog.
100% serious. So, nevertheless, she's of the belief that because there's one more primary coming up that's in South Carolina, that she can beat Trump.
Yeah.
Trump got 59,000 votes in the state of New Hampshire. I'm not sure how many Nikki got, but on the flip, for somebody whose name wasn't even on the ballot, Biden got 68,000.
What?
Yeah.
At the Republican?
Yeah.
Wow.
Biden got 68,000.
Oh, so they're not fucking with Trump no more.
Well, New Hampshire's always been it's a blue state, right?
Yeah, it's a blue state.
I think that New Hampshire's always been a blue state.
But people were saying kind of like, yo, like this is an early indicator of like, it's not looking good for Trump if this is what it is. You know,
it shouldn't look good for him, man.
There's four trials that probably won't happen before the nomination, which is crazy. He shouldn't even be allowed to run at all.
He shouldn't be allowed to run. I don't understand how what he's gonna do is once he gets into this, he's gonna make all those cases go away.
He'll drop all his charges.
Yeah.
He'll pardon himself.
He will. He'll pardon himself if he wins, but I don't think he's gonna win. I think that
I hope you're right, brother.
I think that I don't feel
we don't have a strong contender on our side either.
No, all we have is Biden.
There's no contender. It's just Biden.
The thing is, they did the Biden thing on purpose, though. Like, they just want to have him back. And I mean, Biden finishing his term at 85 years old is going to sound absolutely crazy.
Unbelievable.
Right? But I think the thing about it is, I don't feel the sense of urgency, kind of like how we did last time when these two ran against each other. But I also am not sure if that's because I'm not as invested this time, or if I believe that because there's so much going on in the world, right? Like, you've got Gaza, which is going on crazy.
You know what? You know why you're not so invested? I'll tell you why. Because last election, Biden was still fresh, and you still had high hopes for Biden. This time around, Biden has also shown that he can also be a piece of shit. However, you are now forced to pick, and you were the last time as well, but this time even more than that, you're now forced to pick the less of two evils, and you're going to vote for Biden if he is the Democratic nominee, because you're just not going to vote Republican, and you're not going to vote for Trump to get back into office. However, we already know, especially what's happening with Israel and Gaza, and what Biden has done and the things he said, and statements he's made over the
Do you think
last
he's
three and a half
losing
years.
voters because of all that?
100%.
But I don't think he is, because if it's
He is.
Biden, he's losing his supporters, but there's at the end of the day, people are still going to vote for him because they won't vote for Trump.
I think,
or you just think they're going to
that
sit this one out.
a lot of people are going to sit this one out. I mean, if you look at the Iowa caucus, which happened a week or maybe 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
lowest attending caucus, I think, in the history of primaries. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
so out of the very few people that came to vote for that Republican nominee, but what's his name did win. Trump won, but it was still one of the lowest attended caucuses, or whatever. What's the word that you call it? Is it a caucus or
Primary.
Republican primary?
Sorry,
yeah. It was one of the least amount of voter turnout in the history. So I think you're going to see a lot of that, man. You know, last election was one of the highest numbers of votes in the history of voting of this country, and this time it's going to be the least amount of people voting. I really think that.
I agree with a lot of what you said. I mean, I believe they've even started to say how Biden is going to run on the premise of he's the lesser of two evils as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because at this point, you know, I've seen the nickname Genocide Joe going around, which is absolutely crazy.
It's crazy.
But they can't deny that they haven't been supporting the genocide. It's right there. There's so much information available.
Yeah.
There was
people are well informed about that.
Too informed. You're so informed now you gotta turn it off because you just know too much. You know how many kids have died. You know how many people are dying per day. You know what's going on in these
26,000 people, bro.
Exactly. And half of that's kids. You know what I'm saying?
More than half of that is kids.
But all I'm saying is the fact that you know this and this is the guy you have to vote for, because the other guy is even worse than this.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Abdul reposted this woman on, and I liked it a couple days ago.
I saw your comment on there.
Yo,
I do like when you're watching videos on Instagram now. If you're following someone who commented, it flashes up like during a reel. Yeah.
Yo,
and I did see. She bodied it.
This woman gave a master class on how to shut down.
Yeah.
Essentially bullshit.
She was just like, "Shut up, ho," without saying that.
Basically, she said, "Yo, I'm so sorry. Your Amazon packages have been delayed a couple of days." Like, yada yada. It was so incredible. I was like, "Yo, this is."
She's the one.
Oh my god!
Because what it was that the newscasters were like, "Oh, this is so fucked up that Yemen is now blocking passage of commercial fleets going through whatever body of water that Yemen controls, right? And it's led to a lot of commercial turmoil and things like that in that sort of market." And Shorty was just like, just reminding him, like, "Do you know how many people have died?" Right. Like, you know, and you're over here talking about your Amazon packages and bullshit like that not being delivered on time. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
It was awesome. No. Well, people like that care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people who are not in touch with reality, people who have no empathy for others, and people who refuse to see the clear picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it was I haven't seen something that ill in a year, so I don't even know. She shut them people down. The lady, the dude, they tried to pan to the male. He couldn't say nothing.
What can you say?
He refused to get involved.
He didn't want that
conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want no smoke.
He stumbled through his little time to talk, and then the thing is, then the woman's just like, "Oh man, we only got 20 seconds left." But then she ended it. She ended it like she ended it real cool. She was like, "Yo, thank you very much. I appreciate." You know what I'm saying? That she didn't end it like arrogantly. I would have been arrogant.
If I just got dissed like that, I'm slamming it on you. Yeah.
But if you can, man, check Abdul's story. While it might not be up because it might erase it. But
there's just so many stories like it, though. You know what I mean? Just browse around the internet, and it's just there's so many. It's saddening. Just the news, the real news. Not what the machine is giving us, but the real news that's out in the world about what is happening is just catastrophe after catastrophe, disaster after disaster, tragedy after tragedy. Um, and it's just poor people of color just being affected by all of this, bro. You go through stories about Angola and East Africa and all over the world, Sudan and Ethiopia and Mauritania, like all these places. Yo, people are just being killed. The Congo, fam. And I'm not even talking about what the whole world knows about the turmoil and genocide happening in Gaza and in Palestine. Bro, it's just so much
It's
sadness.
crazy. It's crazy, and like it's very disheartening because when you realize that in some of these instances, it's people who were once persecuted, who were once on the opposite end of it. Like now, they're the ones doing the persecuting, the killing.
Yeah.
The biggest story for years that the world has sort of not paid attention to is like the Chinese Muslims,
The Uyghurs.
and how they've just been enslaved and camps to try to brainwash them
It's
to like
very, very sad,
make
bro.
them. This has been known for a decade plus
Yeah,
now.
nobody
Nobody
cares.
pays
Nobody
any
pays them
attention.
any attention,
People
right?
are afraid to go up against China. LeBron made a statement. I don't know if you all remember this, but
I do.
LeBron spoke up against China a few years ago when the whole thing about the Uyghurs was happening. And he said something. I've never seen anybody take their words back so quickly. He went right back and apologized. He
Wow.
apologized, bro. And as much good as LeBron has done for people of this country and
That's a bitch
building
move.
schools and everything, and he's a brand and he's a machine, and the goodness that he has in his heart, yo, that piece of what they forced him to do, he was essentially forced to go back and apologize by the
He didn't.
NBA,
He
or
didn't have to though.
he didn't have to.
I
He
mean,
didn't
listen,
have to. He did though.
I
He
think
did.
that at the end of the
He
day,
folded.
this is capitalism working at its finest, right? Because China is just seen as the largest market available, and they probably sell the most LeBrons in China, and the
If they
NBA
make the bronze, they shut that factory
and the
down.
NBA
I mean,
wants to have a presence in China. You know what I mean? So
listen, when there was a lot of celebrities who went out on a limb and was speaking about uh speaking pro Israel talk. LeBron was one of them too in the beginning.
Yep. And they killed
oh,
all that
I mean,
news.
I,
Kim
th- I think
Kardashians and all these people, and sure, I get it. There was a lot of things happening. The hostages had been taken. Disaster had happened by the hands of the Hamas, the terrorists in Israel at that time. That had happened. It was a
Yeah.
very, very sad part of what had happened in the history of that part of the world. Yes, but as things progressed and Israel went on a true offensive, and what their leader has chosen to do and ignore all the pleas of the family members of the hostages, and essentially kind of forgotten about these hostages who are still hostages up to this day. There's been no real effort to try to free these hostages. And
Yeah.
now it's just about destroying Palestine and destroying Gaza. And
I mean, it's
and
pretty much already done.
it's done. Bro,
It's destroyed.
but but the
people
thing
have
about it,
nothing to get back to.
he's willingly sacrificed these hostages.
That's
Yeah.
exactly my point.
You see what I'm saying? So
Purposely
but
sacrificed.
they're also with the hostages are going to be in the minority. Hey man, if there's 30 families, so what? Let them be upset because we've now killed
This has
20
been our opportunity to just
we've
wipe
killed
out Palestinians.
26,000 people. And the thing too is a lot of the people that we know that were so, oh my God, how could Hamas do this on October? So they've fallen back a little bit in their support. They're not as vocal. They're not putting
Including
stuff on
America.
it. Huh?
Including America
No, I'm talking
now.
about people we know personally,
Yes, 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 yes.
right? People are not so gung ho about this anymore.
Yeah,
At this point, you've killed 26,000 people.
yeah.
Like what are you supporting? Like, we're not going to we're not going to hang out at the cookout together this summer.
Because
You know?
yeah, I think the big thing about all of this is people are now realizing that the Palestinians, and they realized this a long time ago, that the people that Israel is killing have nothing to do with Hamas. These are normal. When you have killed thousands and thousands of children, and when you have done that, how can you make a point that you're still going after Hamas? You are just bombing people at will. You're blowing away hospitals, churches, mosques, schools. You're refusing aid, cut off electricity to that area. You're not letting anything come in as far as medical supplies, food, water. None of that. It's terror. It's terror. I think about that. Like I have a bad day, bro. I sit back and I'm like, dog, this I'm still blessed.
Yeah. I mean,
we are still blessed.
They would take your bad day any day.
Any day.
What I'm saying? The crazy part,
you don't have bad days.
The crazy part about it, though, the crazy part about it to me, though, and I'm not sure about you guys, I believe in karma of all.
Yeah, I mean, karma is real.
Once the karma hits back, it may be not on the Israeli government or something, but let's just say the karma hits back at America because we've been in everybody else's business. The woman on that interview even said something about that. She's like, how can the West continue to try to be the cowboys of the world and expect there not to be any karma?
Any repercussions. Yeah.
The repercussions are going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, we got it. We definitely got it coming to us, dog. And we deserve what we get.
It's not going. It's going to cripple this entire nation when the repercussions hit.
I know what I hate about that, and I agree with you. It's going to happen. The people that end up paying when that happens are people who could have been like us. So who are so against any of these atrocities happening.
I agree with you.
The people in power still don't get affected.
I agree with you. The only way that I think we can get hit is if it's a it can't be war. Right. It's got to be like
terrorist attacks or something.
Nah, like your banking systems, like your bank account gets cleared out if you have billions or because the wars are going to hit us first and foremost.
I know, but I still think about
like COVID was kind of like equal opportunity killer at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be something like that. It's like an equal opportunity killer.
I know, but we are such a target living in Washington, D.C. for one.
Right.
Because we are the nation's capital. And when you are looking, if you, for example, put yourself in the shoes of, let's say, a terrorist, and you're like thinking of markets of where you want to hit in America. And I'm just saying this based on movies we've watched and, in 9/11, right? Like they went after specific areas where Washington.
So you're saying there's no reason to go for Nebraska, like Nebraska.
There's nothing out there. Like it's too widespread. You want to hit a densely populated area where you get more for your buck. Like an explosion can really take out the most amount of people possible. So you're thinking like Times Square, you're thinking about Washington, D.C., you're thinking about big cities, urban areas, and urban neighborhoods. And who lives in a lot of these areas is mostly people of color, and mostly people of color that are kind of already siding with you. We are all against this atrocities happening in the Middle East right now. Like we're all, for the most part, pro-Palestine, free Palestine. But when things like that come back, it's always people like us with this same sort of mentality that are going to get affected because we live here. So I hope nothing like that does happen. It's going to be, we have children, we have kids. And listen, I don't even want to imagine what Palestinian parents are going through. I see these videos I can't understand the strength of some of these parents who have just lost children.
Oh, the journalists. Have you read about the journalists?
But they've also been living at war their whole life, dog.
Yes, 70 years.
But this one seems to be a little bit more.
No, but I'm saying, but it's still like everybody that lives in Palestine or already has family members who have lost they've
Right.
lost
But
in the
what I'm
war.
saying, like, is the journalist. Like, there's an older dude who's a journalist
Mm-hmm.
who, like, in the first 30 days of the war, lost like his son, his nephew,
Yeah.
and like his daughter. And then just recently lost like his other daughter, his wife, and like grandchildren. And he's still
Bro,
He's
reporting.
still
it's
working.
crazy.
Still reporting.
Yeah,
Yo,
crazy.
the Palestinian soccer team is playing in the Asian Cup right now. They just beat Hong Kong today. And one of the players, today, he just found out as he was playing, his uncle, his aunt, their two kids murdered.
Yeah.
Like right before the game. Went on and played.
Hearing about
They're numb to it, dude. Is it like it's
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
I don't think
I
they're
don't
numb.
think you're numb to it.
I'm not saying that
they
they're not
deal they deal with tragedy a little bit
way
more
different.
different than
They're
we do.
used to it.
They're
Now,
almost
what are
boy.
what are the majority of or let me not say the majority, but
What religion?
yeah, what religion are they?
You know
I would
what?
say Muslim
I would say
primarily.
majority is Muslim, but there's a very significant population that's Catholic,
Yeah,
like
Christian.
Christian
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Jewish.
I believe the Muslim and I'm not 100% sure, but I see the way that Muslims deal
Deal
with
with
death,
tragedy. Yes,
and I
it's
think they
different.
deal with it a little different than how a Christian or a Catholic or even a Jewish um,
You are
person in general.
absolutely right. They are willing to acknowledge that this was the work of God. This was Allah's way of saying, yo, it's time. I'm taking this family back, your loved ones back, and just know that this was my decision.
Yeah,
Like
this was what the plan.
Muslims, yo, I'll never forget. Do you all remember like a few years ago, there was a building in the Bronx that burnt down, an apartment building,
Like a ton of
and
people in it, wasn't
a
there?
ton of people died, bro. But there was this African dad who was at work, came back, and his wife and all his children all died in that fire. And they interviewed this guy, and he was just on there like, he's like, I'm telling myself this was Allah just saying, I'm taking your loved ones. It's their time to go. He's like, I believe that this is it.
I
Yo,
mean,
that mentality,
their faith is that strong, dog. That
oof,
that's it.
fam. I cannot even imagine astaghfirullah. Like I cannot. God forbid.
Yeah, I just again, I find that to be incredible,
Yeah,
and I've always respected and appreciated that
me too.
stance from Muslim people was the fact that, of course, it's a loss, but it's almost like celebrate that the person was here and this was their time. This was their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so it's going to be interesting. What's the podcast? I also saw Abdul repost the ugliest Air Force Ones ever.
Why? Why are we doing this?
Air Force
Why?
Ones with two units, two
There's
visible air
two
units.
air units in it, visible air units with a crooked swoosh. Just if you're on your phone, Eddie, go on my Instagram stories, and
I'm looking
it's
right now.
it's unbelievable how this Air Force One is being bastardized. Like who you know what it is? You know who's copping this shoe?
Ew.
This is suburban white teenagers, the same white teenagers that wear the Air Force One with the big heel. You know what I'm talking about? The
Ooh.
white on white with the big heel.
The platform Force Ones.
Yeah, this is the same white girls that are gonna buy.
They
this.
even changed the sole of the shoe.
That's what I'm saying. The sole got ear.
No, but like even the gum bottom has a different pattern than a regular Air Force One sole.
I don't understand what's happening over there, but I don't know
Nothing's happening over there.
who asked for this, but
I'm sure you could.
this,
I'm sure
this
you can
was
find out. You plugged in with the Air Force One crew.
what's so funny is somebody was just like, you know who did this, right? And I was like,
You know who did it.
I do, and he is amazing at a lot of things. But you got to think about it. This is not just one person. This is really a room full of people, and somehow a collective decision
Yeah,
was
but they
made.
could have done that to like a dunk. They don't have to ruin the Air Force One
But
like that.
if this is an Air Force One team and this is what they work on,
That's whack.
then this is a whole bunch of people collectively designing, and I'm sorry, collectively agreeing that this is fire. Let's
I
move
mean,
forward with it.
let's just make that soul like that, but without air windows.
Dog, this
Let's
shit is
just make
scary,
sure my white on white's got two bubbles like that I can't see.
bro. This joint sucks. What do they call this? This is called.
Uh,
Oh man,
it doesn't
yeah.
have the name.
This is no good.
The
I'm not happy with this
Team
one.
Royal Nike Sportswear. What do they
Yeah,
call it? They're gonna send.
Yo.
They're gonna send you a pair.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna get sent a pair.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna get a pair. But listen, shout out to y'all, man. I don't know who asked for these, but they're out or they are coming out. But you know what I did see that I really, really liked? I saw a pair of Pegasus 2K5 in a colorway. Oh, let me send you all this joint because
The gray colorway.
nah,
Or
it's
white
like a
and black.
black. It's like a black and pink joint. Yo, fire! Hold on. I saw it on my story today, and I asked about who's getting them, and so I'm definitely getting a pair of these. They should be on their way. But tell me, this is not a great GR right here, especially for like
Oh, I see him.
when you going for comfy. Come on, the Pegasus 2K5.
Yeah, they
Rome,
fire.
I see you in this.
Nah, you know what I really like more
Look,
than
check
that.
it, check the
I
your
just saw, I
text.
saw the ground. I saw the ground.
Oh,
Wait a minute, I liked all of the undefeated.
Terra Humeras.
Yeah,
The new color's
Yeah,
fire. Didn't they call it like a brand new
like
colorway?
yesterday.
you
It came
like the green one?
The
man,
Tiffany.
I
That's fire.
those Terra Humeras are
I'm good on
yeah.
the green colorway though.
Those
The
are
new, like the Tiffany blue one.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I
I
thought
do like
I like the
I
black
like the
ones.
black ones. I like the brown joints. There's another black one coming, which I just found out about today as well. Um and
Terra Humaras were never really my favorite shoe though. I mean, I had like the army green with the orange one, like everybody did when they came out, but I think that might be the only pair of Terra Humaras I had.
I got the olive with the orange joints. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
that's what.
talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah,
like
the
yeah,
original joints for 898. I do
yeah,
have those.
yeah.
Um
And the HTM ones are kind of fire.
if you
the
guys
all leather HTM joints, yeah.
Fire.
check the
Let me
group
see.
chat. I thought I sent this to y'all, but it was the Most
Oh
Def
shit.
tribute concert to MF
MF Doom.
Doom in Paris.
How you feel about that?
It's the whole concert on the Instagram reel. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that with Doom passing, and some
Do you
people,
think he was the right person to do the Doom tribute?
yeah, because they've been cool. They were cool before he passed. So you know what I'm saying. It wasn't like random rapper or trying to catch. You know what I mean? Like they were really friends, comrades. I mean, most Def just turned 50. Doom was like 51, 52.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I think it makes great sense. Um, you know, so we'll see. You know what I did see. I don't know, Abdul. I don't know if you like them. There's a clothing brand called Bodie.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course.
The Bodie Nikes. You saw those?
Oh, the Astro Turf or Astro Grabbers or something
Astro
like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, those are solid.
Yeah, the
I
black
rock
and
with
white
those.
joints. Did you see
Yeah, I
another
rock.
colorway or just the
Nah,
same ones? The black
just a
and white
black
ones?
and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was some.
I'm not mad at those. I gotta see what they look like in person and
There's
if I can
more
pull them
Will's
off.
Bonner Adidas that
Yeah.
have been floating. Obviously, she had her show, I believe, yesterday in Paris.
That was my first time seeing who she is actually.
She's just a mixed black woman from London, right?
Yeah,
Like,
she's like Jamaican and I guess white or
yeah,
Scottish or something like that. But
yeah.
there was pictures with her and Pusha T and a whole bunch of people
She
floating around the
she's the
internet.
industry darling right now. I mean, I think between Pusha and really Kendrick, they put her on with those Adidas. Really helped put that brand on. And then Kendrick only wore that on his last tour. Everything
Mm,
was custom Wells Bonner, and now that got him to a point where Kendrick just scored and is now an ambassador for Chanel. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And
what?
him
wow.
and so if you watch the latest Chanel show, he did the music. I think he might have did the stage design. Um, And so, I just think every rapper has their chance to be Paris's darling for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Did you all see Push's Adidas, the SL72
I
model?
wasn't mad at those.
I wasn't mad at him either.
The one it was two colors, right?
It was two colors. There was
Yeah,
one that was
yeah.
a greenish joint and one that was a yellowish joint.
Pusha is the smartest rapper when it comes to the fashion.
He's got a good team. I mean, when you think about somebody
team.
like Curtains running that whole thing at Adidas on his behalf and, working with him, that's his man and knows what he wants. And also Curtains is a very fashion forward dude as well. And,
I think Curtains is just a high taste level person in general.
Exactly.
Right. The times that I've interacted with him, he was always real cool dude. But
yeah,
I think he just knows his stuff, like you said. So it's easy for him to
translate that with the brand and as well as translate it back to Push. Yeah, that makes sense. That shoe I did find out they only made them for Push. I don't think it's coming out. It does have the Thorn branding on it, which is, Push's last name is Thornton. Thornton. So Thorn, I think if he does have sneakers that are coming out, right? So it's shortened to Thorn, and that's going to be the branding on any of his collaborations moving forward with Adidas. But those SL72s, I mean, I've always liked that model, the running shoe model, and they look mad comfortable, and the colors were nice. I think they were well executed. I would have liked to see those come out, but I talked to some people at Adidas, and they said there was only pairs made for Push and some pairs with the development team. So that's it. They'll
it's
never
foolish, man. You gotta leak those to the streets. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta let
leak
everybody
those
live.
to the streets. If you get a few in VA, get a few in DC.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because that's where his impact, you know what I'm saying, really has been felt. At this point, I'm gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Oh man, I am still doing Homeland, bro. Every spare minute I have is spent on watching Homeland. I'm on season 5. I'm almost finished with season 5. There's 7 seasons. What I was going to talk about is how the Hard Knocks show just kind of abruptly ended after Miami lost. Like they didn't even do like a new episode after they lost that playoff game just to say goodbye. They were just like, "Yo, this is it. It's done."
Well, I think some of the staff might be tough to catch, like the players. You know what I'm saying? Like when you lose a playoff game, you don't got to come back.
Well, no, there should have been an episode where they lost that playoff game. That did not even come out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I'll go back and check, but it normally drops new episodes every Tuesday. And last week, like Friday or something, I checked and there was no new episodes. So it was still at like episode 8. I got to see if Hard Knocks episode 9 is coming out. Let me see here. Because I would like to, for somebody who doesn't follow football, I would have liked to have seen how they lost that game and what led up to the game and how much shit they were talking that led up to them losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, football is just that. We'll see big football game this weekend. Huge.
Listen, Baltimore, everybody. That's it. We out here.
I think that it's been funny seeing the world unite against Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
I really need Baltimore to win this weekend. Like, I might put up life-changing money on Lamar and them because I want them to win number 1, but I would need them to win just so that country corny ass Taylor Swift doesn't.
Fuck Taylor Swift. Get out of here.
The memes have been incredible. Like when Taylor Swift comes to Baltimore, just some of the themes have been just incredible. But I think the world itself, they did a poll today, and there's only two places it's like except for Kansas and like Ohio, those are the only 2 places that are rooting for the Chiefs. Every place else is majority.
You saw that picture?
Rooting for the
there's like a picture of like the US map and it's like
two
states.
Yeah. It's crazy. So everybody wants Baltimore to win.
I just looked it up. It does look like there is an episode 9 out there. So I'm gonna watch that after this, actually. That's gonna be what I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, I mean it's all good for sure.
I just hate that Taylor Swift is just getting, it's almost like now the world is hearing about swag surfing and it's now accredited to Taylor Swift. Like, I hate that narrative.
Yeah.
I just cannot stand. This is just another. Repeatedly, I sound like the bitter dude who repeatedly just says the same shit about how white people somehow do their best to change history and a lot of like culture relevant moments.
No, they've been doing that for
I know.
That's all they've been doing.
I know. And I feel like I'm constantly calling it out and it continues happening.
You're just starting to see it in like our generation firsthand.
Plus the platform that Taylor Swift operates at is such a high level.
She got a crazy
did you
platform.
see? They did some dude wrote a story about the swag surf. Did you see the dude himself?
No, I don't even want to.
Oh my god!
Glasses on, nerdy.
Glasses,
fuck you,
terrible
my guy.
suit, just terrible. So, side note: we got another Patreon subscriber.
There we go. Let's
getting that Patreon Friday to support Peace, bro.
Let's do it. I just don't understand. And Taylor Swift, the sweat. Everybody was so stiff. Like, get the fuck out of here. You didn't even know what you were doing. It clearly looked like that. I heard you were a great performer and entertainer. My nieces loved your show. I'm sorry, I'm hating, but I'm not. I'm not hating. I'm just telling the truth.
Listen?
Huh?
You don't let your daughters listen?
I do. My daughters love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
We never went to a show, but my nieces went with my brother-in-law, and he loved it. He became a Swiftie.
Oh my God!
I mean, I'm joking, but
he had a good time at the show.
He had a good time at the show.
Well, I guess if you see your kids having such a good time, you can have a good time.
No. I think he was just overly impressed by Taylor Swift's performance for 3 hours or however long that show was. He said it was constantly entertaining, and he's not the only one that's told me that. There's been other dads who have taken their kids that I know who were just as impressed as my brother-in-law was.
Wow. Side note, there is a new Goldie
Stussy joint.
And Stussy collab dropping.
That jacket is hard.
Wow.
I need that jacket.
That's probably been that's probably been like a 30-year partnership.
I don't even know who Goldie is. Who's Goldie?
Goldie's the old like drum and bass DJ.
I wouldn't know.
Yes, you would.
Blonde hair.
No. I know who he is. I'm saying like music wise.
He was married to Bjork, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I've never heard his music, but I know who he is.
No, you wouldn't hear his music.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear his music, but that partnership, because he is so credible in London in general, that
100%.
You know what I'm saying? He helps Stussy more than they help him. Truth.
Yeah. I know about Goldie just from years back and what he's done with Stussy, but I'm saying like music wise, I've never like tapped into that side. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
But speaking of like punk rock and hard rock and whatever it is that genre of music is called, shout out to Turnstile, also from this area, Baltimore. They got a Converse collaboration and a One Star and a Chuck Taylor dropping very, very soon. So, I mean, shout out to the homies, man. You know, that's a big thing. I think anybody who's able to be in a position where you're able to put out a sneaker, it's and especially for me, I'm excited for you if you're from this area and you're doing it because it's exciting to see our people from this area, I don't care who you are, getting some shine in that world. We've just always been such underdogs when it comes to this sneaker shit. And it's about time that we started getting some shine. Whatever genre of music you listen to, or I'm just a fan of motherfuckers getting it.
Are we going to see No Charge Abdul in a pair of Chucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm going to go out and buy them. Even if you don't see me in them, you'll see my kids in them.
Yeah, you're gonna buy them.
My eldest loves Chuck Taylor's. That's her shoe of choice as it stands right now.
Okay, I'm not mad
at
that.
Her favorite shoe is
black and regular black Chuck Taylor's.
Black or white. She does the white ones too. Dirty as hell.
Okay.
It's disappointing.
No, that's okay. She still got heat. She definitely got heat.
Yeah. Music wise, I have no idea what's coming out. What's been out, but the 21 Savage album went #1, I believe.
Have you listened to it?
No, I haven't got the free link yet. So until that hits, I'm not buying it.
Probably on Spotify.
Not but to download, you need like a different link. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to waste my precious time.
What's playing in the clubs, Rome? Like, what's popping off?
Old stuff.
What music? Old stuff, right?
Old
Like
stuff,
when you went to Vegas and Four Color, was it Four Color Zach? What is it?
Zach it was a dance
He's
night.
playing
So
EDM shit, right?
Yeah, EDM stuff. But
does he always play EDM?
No,
Yes.
but he knows that room. Those for those Vegas parties, yes, EDM stuff.
I feel like even when I saw him over here, it was a little bit of. It was mostly that though.
Yeah, up tempo and just sort of like different stuff. I mean, again, there's so many Afro beats, piano, a lot of blends and remixes and stuff like that. I mean, like, you just got to have a mix of everything because and it also depends on how you DJ. You can mix old and new together. Things you can bring to life older songs. You know what I'm saying? So we'll make it work. I'll have a more detailed music explanation next week. Again, we're constantly knocking out these hour 30 plus podcasts. Once we have it down pat, though, I promise you that $5, we'll probably get about 30 minutes. At $10, we'll get an hour. At 20 and over, that 20 and over, we'll get the full hour and a half. Streetwear Eddie's How to Roll a Blunt is coming very soon.
You know why I didn't do it this weekend? I haven't been smoking, dog. I haven't smoked
I
since
get it.
New
I
Year's.
need you to roll the blunt.
Yeah, you can't roll it and not smoke it, dog.
Why? You can roll it and put it in the freezer, right?
Nah.
I don't know. Doesn't it keep it fresh?
I'll roll it, and if you live in DC,
we'll hand it off.
Listen, if you
give it to one of our Patreon members,
$20 Patreon,
you get the personalized
in the
blunt.
video. You'll probably have to hold the phone, and then you get a free blunt rolled for you. So let us know because we want to have a fully instructional episode how to roll a blunt, and some of y'all can roll a blunt well, but Eddie's been doing had done it for a long time. He's been on a well-deserved break. We don't want to
I've rolled my fair share.
We don't want him to relapse just for the sake of the God body tier, but you know what I'm saying. So shout out to my guy all available hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
Peace, y'all.
My man Don't Charge Abdul.
We'll see y'all next week, man. Thank you
for joining. Do remember patreon.com/What's a Podcast. We appreciate all free members.
All members.
Once as this thing gets to rolling, and once we cross that 100,000 line, it's gonna be ugly.
The numbers go up.
Yeah. So I'm DJ Drum Man. We're out. Peace.
Peace.